Well, have you ever noticed the tendency of life to just be tainted? You know, you got a beautiful glass of wine, but then one glass isn't enough. You got a beautiful gathering, but then so-and-so's missing, they've died. You've got a beautiful day outdoors, but then you get home sunburnt, dehydrated. You've got general good health, but you've got that niggling thing that just you have not been able to get on top of. Or, you know, you recover from cancer, you get the all clear, and then there's the next health crisis. I don't know that our culture has a word for this. Maybe entropy, but the scriptures actually have a really clear 2 points of clarity about this, and they both bring a lot of hope. The first one is that this wasn't always there. So we were really talking the start of the Bible, Adam and Eve, and it says after Adam and Eve ate the fruit, it says in Genesis 3, or God says, because you've eaten of the tree of which I said don't eat it, cursed is the ground because of you. In toil you shall eat of it. And then what will it grow? Not just beautiful wheat and oats and canola, but thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you. By the sweat of your face you shall eat your bread. And it's not just talking about food production, it is talking about all of life. So the Christianity calls this the entry of sin and death into the world. I mean, sin's not a popular word these days, but after Jesus came and he died and he rose again, there's a book called Romans, and it says this. It says sin came into the world through one man. That's Adam. And death came through sin, and so death spread to all because all sinned. And I mean, that's my experience, is that I'm a sinner too. That I don't just receive as a victim the kind of entropy and taintedness of this world, but I actually contribute to it. But there's great hope in Christian faith. As Paul goes on, therefore, just as the one man's trespass, as in Adam's sin, led to condemnation for all, so one man's act of righteousness, and that is Christ going to the cross, leads to justification and life. I just love that. Christ's cross leads to a not guilty verdict for me, that I'm not condemned, and justification and life. So if there's one thing the Bible's clear about too, is that you actually have to opt into this. Jesus put it clearly when he said, repent, as in turn around and be baptized. What about you? Have you repented and been baptized? If so, then you're united to Christ, and his one act of righteousness brings justification and life. Romans goes on to make clear that since the resurrection of Jesus, everything, death itself and the taintedness in this world is being unraveled. And it even says the final death, the final enemy to be defeated is death itself. And so Christianity is great hope in the midst of the taintedness and the thorns to persevere, that it's not going to be forever. There's a perfect world coming as well.